So I have to clean my kitchen badly. It is really, really messy. And I thought, let's do it together. Let's have a little life chat about, you know, what's going on. Because I like to share parts of my life. I like to share with everyone. I'm pretty open when it comes to like what this experience is, what this life experience is. So yeah, let's talk life. One of the things that I've been really just honing in on with being alive right now is, what is it for? And I know that people will speak kind of theoretically about it, but like, we do all of this shit. We create relationships, like we connect with each other, we create physical structures, you know, we really do a lot, and sometimes without any consciousness regarding what this is, you know, like, what is this experience to be alive? Why does it look the way it does? That's what is, I have a job, you know, I have friendships, I have relationships, I maintain a living, but what is it all for, you know? So I've been learning more about yogic philosophies, yogic principles, and there's this idea that I actually like. Well, in a lot of religions, there is the idea of a personal God. Like, there are personality traits of God. And I don't think that there's anything right or wrong about how you understand God. It's yours personally. That is my opinion on that, because even in a collective religious context, there's variation there. You know, some Christians believe in this, some Christians believe in this, some Christians believe this is who Jesus was, and other Christians say, no, that's not who Jesus was, this is who Jesus was, and this is who Jesus is. You know, some Christians see Jesus as God, like Jesus is God. And same thing in other religions or philosophies, or just understandings of what God is. And I think it's lovely to have so many unique perspectives on, I'm gonna say this because I feel really comfortable with the impersonal. I feel really comfortable with the impersonal. But it's all speaking to the same energy. I feel like I piss people off by being myself, but what am I gonna do? It all speaks to the same energy. That energy that flows through everything, that creates everything. Why do we look the way we do? Why do we have bodies that look the way that they do? And when you get deep into a granular level, so scientifically going into the body, you see all of these beautifully designed systems working together to process this physical life, this physical experience. But then when you go even smaller, you get into a granular level where you're microscopic and smaller, you actually see that everything is space. The majority of everything is just space. And that's a bit to wrap your head around. So my approach to understanding God, the energy of all, is in a kind of theological sense, to understand all the stories, to feel everyone's passion. When you are religious and you're not trying to like hurt people with it, essentially, but you really feel it and you really know it for yourself, and it's authentically who you are. Oh, golly. Like, wow, is that a captivating energy? And that's real, and I feel that. But then also on a scientific level of understanding it, that same passion is there. That same passion is there in just two different contexts who a lot of people think go against each other, but absolutely do not. And that's why I think when people ask me, I always say, my religion is energy. My philosophy is energy, and it's not just lip service. That is how I understand the world, and it's very cool because it's so simple. It's basic shit. There is no personality to understand, because with the personalities come the motivations, the trigger points, all the things that could be a part of you could be associated with a God, and that gets very complicated. Look at how fucking complicated just having human relationships are. It gets crazy. But I just wanted to kind of chat about that in a loving sense, because no one is wrong. No one is wrong for how you feel and how you understand and how you align with whatever your notion of source God is. You're not wrong at all. And if it's coming from a place of love, like, you can sit back and take in to kind of gauge where you're at, and you're like, oh, I love. And it's not, oh, well, I am afraid. If you can sit back and gauge where your source is coming from and how you feel about it, if you can say, I love, and then I approach, or I move on, or I progress, I think you are fucking fine. You are more than fine. You are going to open up a lot of channels in your life that are going to bless you. And like, oh golly, like, there's so much, dude. There's so much about understanding this experience that is so cool. There's so many little hidden like caverns of beauty in this approach, but you can't go wrong unless you sit back and you gauge and you go, well, I was always told by my parents that the world is a scary place, so I always start in a place of guarded, or I always start in a place of distrust, or I always start in a place of, you're not gonna fuck me over. That's fear, right? That's fear. So if you sit down and you gauge, okay, I'm gonna venture out for the day, where is my starting point? Where is my conscious starting point? And you say, oh, I gotta defend myself, I have to protect myself, there's so many like things out there that want to get me and hurt me. You are orienting from a place of fear. You're gonna have experiences that flow from that. You're gonna attract things that make you scared. That's the flow of energy. So it doesn't even matter if you believe in God or Jesus or Allah or Buddha or Krishna or any of your gods. If you're orienting yourself in this physical experience, whatever the fuck it is, still figuring out. As soon as I know, I will let you know. Well, as soon as I know for myself, I'll share it. And then if you're like, oh, that makes sense, cool. But it's always about gauging where is your starting point? Where are you orienting from? Because once you can be conscious of that, you can say, oh, no shit. This is why my life looks the way it does, because I'm always afraid. And never feel bad. Like, if you are kind of gauging yourself and seeing, okay, I'm afraid, like I'm coming from a place of fear, then you don't subsequently say, that's bad, that's wrong, what the fuck, why am I doing this, I need to stop, this is so, that's, no, that's just compounding, that's just doubling down on the fear. But, and that's the process, right? It's the whole process of being consciously alive, being in a place where you want to learn about what we're doing here. You want to know what and who you are. And that idea of this is a personal experience in an impersonal universe, but that means that you get to direct it through this personal experience. What a fucking miraculous, amazing, wonderful opportunity that is. So never get down on yourself. Just become aware and say, okay, well, if I'm always orienting from a place of fear, what is one thing that I can change that helps to elevate? You know, like maybe instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna go out and venture out into the world today, let me make sure that I'm ready and prepared for all of the things that could go wrong or all the people who could fuck up and hurt me or whatever. What if you say, all right, I'm gonna venture out into the world today, and I know that I am going to connect with one entity, whether human, plant, animal, of spirit, like no physical form at all. I know I'm going to connect and feel love from at least one entity today. And you say that and you place that in your flow of energy. You place that in your source that is coming, and you go, okay, I know I'm going to at least have one loving exchange. It could be for 2 seconds, it could be for 2 hours, it doesn't matter, but I know I'm gonna have one. And then you go about your day. So you are the one that is like the director. You know, we have these computers, we have these, what would, like the heart is you. The heart is your projection. So you have the computer that processes it. It's energized by source energy. You have your sentience, and it's all knowing, all wonderful. And so you have the computer that's processing it, but then you have the heart that is like leading the charge. Your heart is what is leading. And so the more you have an expectation of, no, love is real and I'm gonna connect with it, you start opening the channel of the heart more and more and more until that's it. Now it's just flowing. You don't even have to consciously have those thoughts anymore, because now it just flows. Your subconscious is always orienting from a place of love. So whether or not you need to understand God energy as personal or impersonal, you are an example of this. We are examples of whatever the fuck. If it's God with a white beard and white hair and he's sitting on a throne like in the clouds, or if it's God and it's Krishna and he's blue and he's so cool and has like the best vibes, it doesn't matter, because you are an offshoot, an expression, a unique expression of that divinity. So right here in this free will body device, whatever, you know, you can make it meaningful. And it's always when you can calibrate your device either erring on the side of love or fear. So I didn't really get a lot done, but I did pack up the dishwasher pretty nicely. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know like what you're into, how you've been interpreting this experience, if you are on a journey or a path where you're finding a lot of answers and a lot of resolution and a lot of reverence, and or if you're on a path and you're just fucking like, oh my God, I'm so confused. I thought I knew something, but then I realized it was just a program, and now I'm like out of my mind. I don't know what to think. I don't know what ground I stand on. All of that's okay, because you don't have to worry about any of the details. You come back to, where am I coming from? How am I directing this divine energy coming through this body? Am I fearful or am I full of love? It's like we have to simplify this whole, oh my gosh, totally complex, convoluted, weird, structured world. You know, we have to simplify it. Sorry, I have a lot of dishes in the sink. For our sentience. We have to simplify it so our sentience can just fucking like go, all right, I got it. I'm good here. Let's flow. Let me know what you think though. Comment, reach out to me on social media, do whatever. I love you. I love connecting with you. And yeah, I hope that you have a great day. Bye.